Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the drawing of lots for the quarterfinals of the CV Champions League Volley 2022. We are live from the home of European volleyball here in Luxembourg, and it is my pleasure to host today's drawing of lots. It has been a long journey since the start of the competition in late September with the early rounds, and we have had a lot of exciting and dramatic matches along the way. Now we still have 8 teams per gender still in contention for this beautiful trophy that is standing right next to me. And it has been a long journey, as I said. At times the road has been a little bit bumpy. But I would like to congratulate all of the teams that have reached the quarterfinals, so 8 per gender, but all of the participating teams, and to congratulate them on the resilience, the commitment, and the determination that they have shown, playing also in very difficult and sometimes challenging conditions. So they all deserve our appreciation. So it's now time to draw the teams that are still in contention for the title. But before we do so, let's take a look at the rules that we will have to follow while drawing the teams still in the race for the title.
There are 8 teams qualified to the CEV Champions League Volley quarter-finals in both the men's and women's competitions. For both draws, these 8 teams are split into 2 cups. Cup 1 has the 4 best first-place teams when comparing their respective results in their given pool. Cup 2 has the 5th first-place team, along with the 3 second-place teams with the best results. For both draws, we will start from the top and work down to the bottom, first drawing the 4 teams from Cup 2, then those from Cup 1. As the best performing teams in the pools, the teams in Cup 1 will be positioned second, so that they play the return match at home. Teams that played against each other in the 4th round cannot be drawn against each other in the quarter-finals. Meaning that if the team drawn from Cup 1 was in the same pool as the team already placed from Cup 2, the team from Cup 1 will be moved into the next slot, and another ball will be drawn. If it is the last pool where there is a clash, then the last 2 teams are switched with each other.
Welcome back to the drawing of lots for the quarterfinals of the CV Champions League Volley 2022. With this video, I believe everything is clear as far as the rules that we will have to follow are concerned. And you should be pretty familiar with these rules as they have been in place for a number of years already. Actually, to host today's drawing of lots, I have the pleasure of having next to me my dear colleague, a former athlete and someone who knows very well what it takes to win the Champions League, as she achieved this feat multiple times. Maja Poliak, welcome. And but before we start the actual draw, and I know that this is the moment that you have been waiting for, we would like to see some of the highlights from the men's competition that finished just last night. So the emotions are still there, and let's take a look at these cool actions and what unfolded during the league round.
After tough trainings and incredible challenges, they are back. All for one goal. Keep the ball off the ground. Get ready. Champions League quarter-finals begin March the 8th.
Welcome back again. So we start with the men's competition and 8 teams that have reached the quarterfinals. This is an overview, and I believe this is very interesting because we do have the finalists from the last edition in Cup 2, Civitanova, Trento and Gierzynkosle. And we do have another 4 teams in Cup 1. I mean, this is according to the results in the pool stage of the competition. We do start with Cup 2, and these 4 teams will be playing the first of the 2 quarterfinal matches at their home. So Maja, now it's your turn. So the first team that is drawn out of this cup will be taking the first spot in quarterfinal 1 and will be hosting the first match and there is Zenit St. Petersburg of Russia. Then the next team will be taking the spot in quarterfinal 2. And they will also be hosting the first of the 2 matches at their home. So Maya, which team have we drawn now? And it is Trentino-Itas. They lost the final last year in Verona, but they are 3-time winners of the competition as they swept the title 3 times in a row between 2009 and 2011. Now the next team, Maya, please. We move on to quarterfinal number 3. And this one team will be hosting the first match, Cucina Lubec-Civitanova of Italy. This team won the first historic superfinals in 2019 in Berlin. And now to finish it off with Cup 2. And taking the first spot in quarterfinal 4 and hosting the first match is Grupa Azotic and Dzierżyn-Koźle of Poland. So the defending champions are in quarterfinal 4. Thank you, Maya. So this concludes the first draw with Cup 2. We now move on to Cup 1. We do actually have the 4 best teams from the competition in the league round, and they didn't lose a single match. So let's find out who their opponent will be in the quarterfinals. The first team to be drawn out of Cup 1 will be playing against Zenit St. Petersburg of Russia. And this is Sir Sicoma Monini Perugia of Italy. 6 wins in a row in the pool stage. They very much hope to improve on the result that they achieved in 2017 when they hosted the Final Four in Rome. Now, we continue with the next team that will be playing against Trentino-Itas of Italy, so last year's silver medal winners. The next rival will be Berlin Recycling Volleys of Germany. The BR Volleys finished their campaign last night with 6 wins in as many matches, and they will be first traveling to Italy to play Trento, and after that they will be hosting the rematch in Germany's capital city. Maya, let's continue with the next team. This one will be playing against Cucina Lubec-Civitanova of Italy, the 2019 champions, and it is Jastrzębski Węgiel of Poland. They also swept 6 matches in a row in the pool stage of the competition, a truly remarkable achievement. Last but not least, to play against the defending champions from Poland, Grupa Azotic and Dzierżyn-Koźle, it is Dynamo Moscow of Russia. Dynamo Moscow, they also claimed 6 wins in a row in the pool stage of the competition, and so they are due to take on the defending champions. This is now a quick overview of the quarterfinals. As you can see, the teams standing on the left, they will be hosting the first match at their home, and the return matches will be hosted by the teams listed on the right. The winners of quarterfinal 1 and 2 will be clashing in semifinal 1, and the same goes for the winners of quarterfinal 3 and 4, who will be featuring in semifinal 2. The road is set to the superfinal, which will be taking place at the end of May at a location yet to be announced, where we hope to host as many of you as possible. This concludes the draw for the men's competition. We move on now to the women's events, but before we do so, let's take a look at some highlights from the league round.
After tough trainings and incredible challenges, they are back. All for one goal. Keep the ball off the ground. Get ready. Champions League quarter-finals begin March the 8th.
Welcome back to the drawing of lots for the quarterfinals of the CV Champions League Volley 2022. We just finalized the grid for the quarterfinals of the men's competition. It is now the time to continue the draw with the women's events. The women's teams, they finished their league round on Tuesday night. So I hope, they have been waiting now for quite a few days, just for the drawing of lots to take place and to find out who their next opponent will be. We do have, again, 8 teams divided into Cup 1 and Cup 2, as you can see here. And we start the draw as we did with the men's competition with Cup 2. So we have those, the runners-up with the best score across all pools, plus the one that won the pool, but with the lowest result compared to the other pool winners. So Maya, it's again your turn. And again, we go from the top to the bottom of the draw. So the first team will be taking the spots in quarterfinal 1, and it is Dinamo Akabarsk Kazan of Russia. This one team won the Champions League in 2014, and I'm sure that they are hoping to repeat that success again. Now moving on to quarterfinal 2. This one team will be hosting the first leg at their home. And this is Volley Monza of Italy. What is truly remarkable is that this team, they are making their very first appearance in the Champions League this season, and they have, at the first attempt, already reached the quarterfinals. So congratulations to them. Next, Maya, we continue with quarterfinal 3. And this one team will be hosting the first leg at the beginning of March. And it is Developers Rzeszów of Poland. And as with Monza, even though they are not at their first appearance in the competition, they have reached the quarterfinals for the first time in their history as well. Now with the last one, out of this cup. And it is the Russian team of Lokomotiv Kaliningrad region. Again, as with Monza and Rzeszów, a team that has reached the quarterfinals for the very first time in their history. So again, congratulations on this achievement. This concludes the draw with Cup 2, and now we move on to Cup 1, where we have the 4 teams that achieved the very best performances in the league round. So let's get started, Maya. So the first one out of this cup will be playing against Dinamo Akabarsk Kazan, unless this is a team coming from the same pool. And the draw tells us that this is Dynamo Moscow of Russia. So there is a Russian derby in the quarterfinals between Kazan and Dynamo Moscow. 2 teams, they know each other very well, so they will be extending their domestic rivalry on the European stage. Thank you, Maya. So next, who is going to play against the rookies from Italy, Volley Monza? So we did draw Vakifbank Istanbul, but as they come from the very same pool, these cannot be. So we move Vakifbank to the next available spots. So their opponent will be Developers Rzeszów in the quarterfinals. Vakifbank, 4-time winners of the Champions League, an all-time records, and they are the reigning club world champions. So they will certainly be vying for more success. So now let's find out who is going to play against Monza. And it is another Italian team, Carraro Imoco Conegliano. So the defending champions will be playing against Monza. So we do have 2 derbies in the quarterfinals, one between Russian teams and another one between 2 Italian teams. Last but not least, Maya, we finalized the draw. And the ones to play Lokomotiv Kaliningrad region, so due to travel to Russia first before they host the home match, is Fenerbahce Opet Istanbul of Turkey. The winners in 2012, let's see if 10 years later they can repeat the achievements they celebrated in Baku back 10 years ago. Thank you very much, Maya, for your help with this. This concludes the drawing of lots for the women's competition. Let's have a quick review of the road to the superfinals. We do have a Russian and an Italian derby in the quarterfinals, and another 2 exciting features between teams from Poland and Turkey, and Russia and Turkey. As with the men's competition, the winners of quarterfinals 1 and 2 will contest semifinal 1, and the winners of quarterfinal 3 and 4 will then be featuring in the second of the 2 semifinals. Well, the road is set to the superfinals. What can I say? The action will restart at the beginning of March, on the 8th of March, to be very precise. Make sure you do follow all of the action on Volley TV and the CV YouTube channel. We will soon be announcing where the final will be taking place, and as long as the conditions allow, we hope to be seeing many of you there. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourself, and see you soon. Bye.